If you take initiative, the world will take initiative. You stop taking initiative, the world is going to forget you right away.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Vivek, Bindra. आपका स्वागत है on my channel, and today I'm going to talk about a very important and a contemporary subject. बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों को ज़रूरत पड़ रही है. I'm getting a lot of mails around this topic, and today's topic is stress management. I'm going to give you 3 tips on stress management. Believe me, if you practice these 3 tips, you'll get great results in your life. I will take 3 golden statements to explain these 3 tips. And my first golden statement, the first tip is, event has no meaning, you give meaning to the event. I'll say that one more time for you. Event has no meaning. You give meaning to the event. Yes, I'm talking about you. You give meaning to the event. Event has no meaning. What does event means here? ये जो event जिसकी मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, event मतलब कोई घटना आपके साथ हुई है. What is event? Event मतलब a situation. Situation has no meaning. You give meaning to the situation. Event has no meaning. You give meaning to the event. What does this mean? I'll take 2, 3, 4 examples for you. एक event है, आपका बहुत बड़ा business loss हो गया. वो event है. अच्छा इवेंट है या खराब इवेंट है. एक इवेंट है, आपका कोई बहुत प्रियजन एक्सपायर, somebody passed away from your life. ये एक इवेंट है. Is it a good event or a bad event? Sir, let me tell you something. No event is good event or bad event. You give meaning to the event. You give meaning to the event. Event is meaningless in itself. But when you give a meaning to the event, based on that you start behaving. Your boss yelled at you. He shouted at you. Is it a good event or a bad event? So he's shouting at you. Now, he spoke a lot of negative things about you publicly. You know, it happens in the corporate offices. It happens in corporate life. We are working with a lot of corporate clients like Maruti, Apollo, Ford, Rambaxi, Dabur, Hindustan Times Steel Authority, NTPC. कई ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में हम काम कर रहे हैं. तो ये होता है, बॉस नेगेटिव बोल रहा है आपके बारे में, पब्लिकली नेगेटिव बोल रहा है. इज इट अ बैड इवेंट और अ गुड इवेंट? लेट मी टेल यू सर, दिस सेम इवेंट कैन मेक यू और इट कैन ब्रेक यू. इट कैन मेक यू और इट कैन ब्रेक यू. इवेंट हैज नो मीनिंग. Event has no meaning. You give meaning to the event. If you give it a positive meaning, you'll have a positive behavior. If you give it a negative meaning, you'll have a negative behavior. Very important for you to understand. Event में अपने आप में कोई रंग नहीं है. आप इसको एक रंग देंगे, वो आपके जीवन को रंग देगा. आप इसको एक रंग देंगे, वो आपके जीवन को रंग देगा. Event in itself has no color. You give color to the event. Whatever color you choose becomes the color of your life. Whatever color you choose in the event becomes the color of your life. Sir, I'll tell you something. Stress होता क्यों है? Stress happens because of 2 things. Either because of people or because of your past. Either because of some important people of your life or because of your past something has happened in your life, and when you're trying to change it, you become stressful. So ये सब events हैं. So these important people who are in your life, they will actually shatter your feelings sometimes, and when they shatter your feelings, and sometimes these people, whatever they have said is only an event. It is only an event. How do you see this event will decide your action? How do you see this? So your decision is actually a function of your vision. What is your vision behind your decision about this event will actually determine your decision about this event. So to manage the stress, if you really want to manage the stress, can I tell you something, sir? Don't become a worrier. Do not worry about your stress. Become a warrior. When you become a warrior, you don't become a worrier. You'll be able to manage your stress because you give a new meaning to the event. And when you give a new meaning to the event, you have a new behavior. I'll take you to the second step, very powerful sir. Second tip on stress management, very important. Things turn out best only for those who have made the best out of the way that things have turned out. Now, connecting to the previous point, things will turn out very good for you. They'll turn out excellent for you if you make the best out of the way that they have turned out. They may have turned out negative for you. Now, if you see them negative, you'll behave negative. Very simple sir. Things turn out best for only those who have made the best out of the way that things have turned out. Can I tell you something, sir? Reverse. Do not go reverse. Sir, look at me please. Reverse. Do not go reverse. Don't go reverse. If you try to go reverse, you'll not be able to flow like reverse. Right? You become stable. And so what's important is reverse. Do not go reverse. It's very important for you to understand. Things will turn out fantastically, fabulously best for you if you make the best out of the way that things have turned out. If you don't stop going reverse on some incident which has happened to you in your past, stop going reverse about it. If you stop going reverse about those incidents that have happened, you'll try to make best out of the way the things have happened. So therefore, when you change the way you look at the things you look at, they change. Let me tell you sir, when you change the way you look at the things you look at, they change. These things you look at, they will change when you change the way you look at the things. You don't have to change the things. You just have to change the way you look at the things. You don't have to make an effort to change those people, effort to change that past, because you're trying to change these things. Don't change these things, sir. Change the way you look at the things. These things will change. What are you trying to do? Listen to me, sir, very carefully. What are you trying to do? You're trying to change people around you. You're trying to change past of yours. If you change your past, can you change it? So no, sir. You can't change your past. Why? Because the life doesn't go in reverse order, sir. Reverse, never go reverse. Sir, reverse, never go reverse. So when you're trying to change your past, can you change it? Say yes, no, no. You can't change your past. So when you change the way you look at the things, when you change the way you look at the things you look at, they change. What are you trying to do? You're trying to change the things. Don't change the things. Change the way you look at the things. If you change these things, you'll be frustrated and stressed all your life. And when you change the way you look at the things, everything will change, sir. The things you were looking, they will also change. The world in front of you will also change. जब बदलती हैं नजरें तो बदल जाते हैं नजारे. Very important, sir. Do not change the things. Change the way you look at the things. वो कहते हैं ना, मानो तो जीवन में सुख ही सुख, मानो तो जीवन में सुख ही सुख, ना मानो तो जीवन दुख का दरिया. मानो तो जीवन में सुख ही सुख, ना मानो तो जीवन दुख का दरिया. दुख मेरे यारो, जीवन और कुछ नहीं है, बस है देखने का नजरिया. ये केवल है देखने का नजरिया. जब आपके बदल जाता है, देखिए नजर का तो इलाज हो सकता है, नजरिए का इलाज नहीं है. डॉक्टर के पास जाइए, नजर का इलाज करेगा, नजरिए का नहीं करेगा. वो इलाज आप ही के पास है. When you change the way you look at the things, look at the things. Don't change the things. Change the way you look at the things will change. Things will change. Reverse, do not go reverse. To implement these 2 points, you would need this 3rd point. And the 3rd point is, you don't behave based on what has happened to you. You behave based on what you feel what has happened to you. You don't behave based on घटना. You don't behave based on क्या आसपास आपके हो रहा है. You behave based on what you feel क्या आपके आसपास हो रहा है. You don't behave based on somebody abusing you. You behave based on what you feel about somebody abusing you. Somebody is passing an obnoxious comment against you. Your feeling attached to it will determine your behavior. What you feel, your feeling will determine your dealing. But if you want to change that, I'll take a shloka from Bhagavad Gita, a very powerful shloka from Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is explaining his nature. And if you adapt to the nature of Krishna, you immediately come on a transcendental platform which will help you implement the previous 2 points also. So look at the shloka, please. 13.23 of Bhagavad Gita. Upadrishtanumanta cha bharta bhokta maheshwara bharmatmeti chapi ukto dehe asmin purusha para purusha para purusha para. Upadrishtanumanta cha. Krishna says, I am Upadrishta and Anumanta. Upadrishta means overseer. Anumanta means permitter. Upadrishta means overseer. Anumanta means permitter. Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara. So he is the Mahaishwar who is also living with us in our own body. With the soul there is a super soul. Why is Krishna so tolerant? Why is Krishna not getting stressed the way we are getting stressed? Because Krishna is Upadrishta Anumanta cha. He is the overseer and permitter. When you become overseer and permitter of situation, do not get absorbed in the situation which is actually going with you. This situation, you are not situation. You are different from situation. You are not situation. Situation is something else and you are something else. But what is your problem? You get so much absorbed in the situation, you can't become Upadrishta Anumanta cha. Krishna is Upadrishta Anumanta. He is looking at a situation from a distance. अलग से यहाँ साइड से खड़े होकर देख रहे हैं कृष्णा. इसी तरह से if we can also take inspiration from Krishna to follow in his footsteps and try to become Upadrishta Anumanta cha. Do not get involved, because existence and experience are different. You are existence and experience is something else. Your problem is you enter inside your experience, and that's what your problem. So look at this from a different perspective. So you don't behave based on what is happening to you. You behave based on what you feel about what is happening to you. So give yourself a little gap and come back a little step back. Step back, become Upadrishta Anumanta cha. Become the permitter and overseer on what is happening. Then what will happen? You will come at a better form of intelligence. You will raise your level of intelligence, because the level of problem which has actually created a problem will not be able to solve the problem. I'll say that one more time for you. The level of intelligence which has actually created a problem for you will not be able to solve the problem for you. So take your level of intelligence a step above. And how do you do that? You can't do that by being here. You have to come out of it to become Upadrishta Anumanta cha. And how do you do that? By becoming permitter and overseer. Look at this entire incident from a distance, so to be able to raise your intelligence to a next level. And when you do that, then you can implement the first two. You can change the way you look at the things. And when you change the way you look at the things, you're not changing the things, you're changing the way. You're not changing the things, you're changing the way you see the things. What will happen? You will see that this event, you can give a new meaning to the event. Same event, बच्चा फेल हो गया क्लास में, वो उस दिन को अपने लिए बहुत ताकतवर दिन बना सकता है, उस दिन को अपने लिए एक इतिहास में नया मोड़ बना सकता है. If you've actually been fired from your company, you can make the same day as a great landmark for you to actually grow. So either you grow or you go, either you distinct or you extinct. You can choose, you've got the choice. It is all about your choice. Krishna gives great lessons in Bhagavad Gita. You just have to go out and read. We are doing these same programs in a lot of corporates, and we help your organizations into your execution excellence. How do you execute your strategies is an important thing that we do with our leadership and pipeline and succession planning that we create for our corporate clients. So before I say thanks to you, I want to tell you something related to the same subject. I want you to watch my another video, Stay Motivated in Tough Times. You've got tough times, stay motivated in tough times. This video is also talking about events. How do you handle the tough events, toughest events, most difficult events? And you can also watch video on decision making. These two videos will be very helpful for you. Thank you for watching this video. Can I tell you something? We are investing a lot of time, energy and money for your success, sir. My focus is to help you succeed. If you want to see yourself being successful, always subscribe now. Also share your comment. Did you like this video? Thank you for staying in touch.